This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to IHSAATV.org. We are here live from Delta High School here for the Sectional 20 semifinal matchup between the Delta Eagles and the Wayne Generals. Before we get started here on our Kelly Automotive pregame show, we're going to go ahead and flip it on over to the sideline. Swami and Casey O'Boyle and owner of SummitCitySports.com, Jeff Mahoney, for a little preview of tonight's action. Then we'll be back here live on our Kelly Automotive pregame show here on SummitCitySports.com.
Well, Casey, the winner of Sectional 19 will take on the winner of Sectional 20. We're in the semifinals. Wayne got a big win last week over Marion. They'll take on Delta, who beat Southside. The Swami says Wayne by 1 point. This is a close one.
I think it is a close one. Originally, I had Delta, and then I had a really long, interesting conversation last night with Sherwood Haydock, the head coach at Wayne. They've got some guys back. Justin Alexander, who had missed the last month or so, maybe 6 weeks, is back in the lineup. Will give them, I think, another weapon in the passing game. We talked about some of the guys they got back last week on the defensive side of the ball, or they're getting another one back. Jordan Donahue. Remember earlier in the year, he was making noise. And I think he's going to line up at nose guard, and he at times can be unblockable. So they got some guys back last week, and I thought they were really going to blow the doors off Marion a week ago, to be honest with you. I mean, the Marion scoring right before half, I think, gave the Giants new life, turned that into a closer game than I thought it was going to be. But Wayne, I think, looks at Delta as a very comparable team to Marion in terms of scheme, in terms of personnel. And so I think the Generals look at this game like they belong and they match up quite well. So I'm picking Wayne in an upset special. It's going to be tough going on the road, of course, but I think Sherwood Haydock has kind of really made a name for himself as a postseason coach with the 2 state championships, one at Harding and then one, of course, well, not the one state championship, the runner-up finish, of course, at Woodland a few years ago. But, he's always hung his hat on the philosophy of regular season's important, but we're about building and we're about championships in the postseason. And I think he's got some of these kids' attention now, and they're starting to believe a little bit more. Aiden Meek at quarterback, he will be the guy again tonight. He's a senior. He had a big pass play last week to Sean Collins that kind of opened things up. And I think, again, Lamarian Nelson, the SAC rushing leader, they're going to rely heavily on him. He's, knock on wood, has not fumbled the ball much this year. Neither has Collins. They've really taken care of the ball. They've cut down on their miscues, their penalties. I think Wayne is primed for a huge upset win down at Delta. Again, it's contingent on their ability to run the ball, take care of the ball, and get just enough plays on the defensive side to keep Delta from, putting up, big points, especially before halftime.
Yeah, and Aiden Meek back as the starting quarterback, he does so much for that team. But what prompted that, Casey?
I think a lot of different variables. They've got a young kid that's waiting in the wings. I think Sherwood felt like he wasn't quite ready to put him out there, the Cooper kid. So I think we'll probably see him in a quarterback battle next year for the starting spot. But I just think it was more of a gut instinct on Sherwood's part, thinking, okay, this is a guy that, I mean, again, Aiden Meek started quite a few games as a sophomore, played all of last year, was their guy behind center. Sure. I think he just got to a point where I need to ride my senior. And I think it was the right call. I think Aiden, his passing has improved in recent weeks. Like I said, that ball he threw last week to Sean Collins was a beauty. Yeah. And they may need one or two of those kind of plays in this game. And getting Alexander back at receiver gives them one more weapon out wide when they're not in that double tight look to give the folks down at Delta something to think about.
Wow, coach's intuition there. And Coach Haydock certainly has a number of years of experience to go off of when it comes to that intuition.
No doubt about it. I think Coach Haydock does a great job. I'm sure there's folks out at Wayne that sometimes, want more or expect more. But it's been a long time, I think, since Wayne has won a sectional championship. I don't know if you remember the last time, Jeff. Maybe you can call that up on John Harrell's site. I was trying to rack my brain last night, and I meant to look it up. Let's see if we can go to Wayne.
It was during the Powers run there.
Did they win one there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They're one of the highest scoring teams in the state of Indiana. When was it Keon Powers and Deion Powers? Both of them.
Keon and Deion Powers, yeah, and Kai Black, of course. All those guys went up to Davenport University and played. I didn't know if maybe they got upset. Okay, there it is. Is this sectionals here?
Wow, 1996.
Okay,
you are right.
I was thinking that they might have been upset either by Dwinger or somebody. Yeah, after having that, I think that was Scott Shaw's year, and they were. I think they might have won the SAC or at least shared the conference title. Again, all this stuff starts to run together in my mind. But I was thinking it'd been a long, long time since. Yeah, go back to right before Derek Moore. Scott Shaw, there it is, 9-2.
Wow.
Oh, they had Snyder. It was 5A. They were in 5A, and Snyder got them after they beat Snyder a couple weeks earlier. Okay, that does sound right. And I'm sure we probably all picked Wayne to win that game because that was a dynamic team for sure. So it's been a long time. Think of that. That's pre-game night since they've won a sectional title, according to what you just looked up there. 1996. I don't think most people would get that trivia question.
No, but you know what? That was a year after my senior year. And, they had the DeArmond brothers there. I think it was Nate DeArmond.
Nate and Seth.
Yeah. And Nate went on to play at IU, and they had Worley and who was a linebacker that went to
Jared Worley.
State, Quavis Tate, the running back. Tate.
Yep. Darnell Levette was during that era too. What a tremendous quarterback and defensive back he was. And of course, Cornelius Bowick at defensive end. I remember those teams even before those years before. And that win, you talk about great games, the comeback win up at Hobart that I saw with my own eyeballs in person, where Wayne was down, I believe 21-0 and came back to win that game. That to me might be better than what you guys witnessed last week. It was a phenomenal game, postseason game. The Bricky Bowl, to that point, I feel like Hobart had never lost a home game to that point in the playoffs. I mean, it was historical. And of course, Mark Newland was the coach back then at Wayne, and that's when Wayne football was pretty darn good. I think they might have had maybe 2 appearances in a 5 or 6 year stretch in the state championship game. So they've got some history there. I just can't believe it's been that long since they've hoisted a sectional title trophy. If there's a guy that can do it, though, it's Sherwood Haydock. He can get this program turned around. I'd love to see Sherwood coach at least another 3, 4, 5 years and keep building something and have another run under his belt. I think that would be really great for Fort Wayne football.
Yeah, well, Wayne being at 3-7, honestly, it's a pretty exciting 3-7 because every single week we're looking to see what Lamarion Nelson did, and every single week he answered the call. First team All-SAC running back.
No doubt about it. Lamarion Nelson's had a great year. Really nice, unassuming kid. Does his job. He's not about all the glory, but he's just a workhorse. And I think the Generals really, they look at themselves. I think they feel like they're 5-5. I think they feel like they let a couple games slip away. And so I don't think they're going into this game thinking, well, we can't beat Delta. I think they're going to go down there fully expecting to win, not just because the Swami picked them by one, but because they believe it. I think they've looked at enough film and they know that they can take the Eagles down.
Yeah, if they had a battle right now of the 3 win teams in the state of Indiana, I think Wayne would end up winning that battle. So Nehemiah Young, first team defensive end, Avant Rogers, who had double-digit tackles last week.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from Delta High School here for sectional number 20 in the sectional semifinal IHSAA Class 4A as we are getting ready to go here at Delta High School. 12 minutes left in the pregame. Hunter Sosenheimer here on your call. Cordell Humberger will be running the camera for me here for SummitCitySports.com. Took the long drive here, an hour and 30 minutes down just east of Muncie, Indiana, here at Delta High School. Well, we're going to go ahead and thank some of our sponsors that allow us to come out here and do these ball games here through SummitCitySports.com. The Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne at a friendly family environment at the Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. Tom Steele's Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, realignments, engine diagnostics, and more. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch today. Join ProFedCU.org. At Onweiler Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OnweilerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. From ages 5 to 18, our players are equipped with elite level skills and a foundation on life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. iCryo specializes in whole body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? Whether it's expunging your criminal record or helping to get your driver's license reinstated, Jolie Law Firm is your answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing top-notch commercial cleaning services, including water damage and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana area. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We are the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified of all of our live events taking place around the area. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a short break here from Delta High School and then come back to preview the two teams in tonight's action here live on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from Delta High School here for sectional number 20 semifinal between the Wayne Generals and the Delta Eagles. Taking a deeper look into these teams first, starting off with the Wayne Generals. They are 3-7 on the year, picking up a sectional win last week against Marion at home. Head coach Sherwood Haydock in his second year, 5-16. That win last week over Marion, their 27-13 win, was his 200th career win. So congratulations to the head coach Sherwood Haydock picking up the 200th victory here in IHSAA football. Looking at the Wayne Generals, as I mentioned, they are 3-7 on the year. Wins coming over Southside 36-26, Concordia 28-26, and last week's victory against Marion 27-13. Taking a deeper look into them, they are led by QB and Aiden Meek, 19 carries and 18 yards, and through the air he is 37 for 82, 445 yards, and 3 TEDs. They will also move on to quarterback number 7 in Christian Tribble. Look for him to play both ways here for this Wayne Generals offense and defense. Also look for the Wayne Generals to run the ball as they are led by one of the best backs in the Fort Wayne area in number 9, Lamarion Nelson. 247 carries, 1,462 yards. Yes, that is not an error. 1,462 yards on the year, 11 TDs for Nelson. He is an outstanding running back here for this Wayne Generals ball club. Defensively, look for the Wayne Generals to be led by number 6, Avant Rogers, 85 tackles on the year, 2 interceptions. Also number 32 in Caden Rochfield, 69 tackles on the year and 2 tackles for loss. Taking a deeper look into this Delta Eagles ball club, they are 5-5 on the year. Wins coming over Muncie Central, Columbia City, Lewis Cox, Newcastle, and their victory over the Southside Archers here at home last week, 56-18, to move them on here to this sectional semifinal. They are led by head coach in Chris Overholt, his 6th year, 40-25 on the year. Looking at the players on this ball club offensively, they are led by QB in number 18, Caden Bond. He is 63 for 124, 856 yards, and 14 TDs on the year. On the ground, 114 carries, 244 yards, and 5 TDs. They are also led by running back at number 2, Abram Stitt. He has 75 carries on the year, 615 yards, and 9 TDs. Also 19 receptions, 355 yards, and 5 TDs. Defensively, they are led by linebacker and number 32, Dylan Minner, 82 tackles and 13 tackles for loss on the year. Also, number 44, Ben Morris, look for him to come off the edge, 61 tackles on the year and 17 tackles for loss. The last time these two ball clubs met was in the sectional number 20 here last year, October 30th, where Delta picked up the victory over the Wayne Generals, 49-18. As mentioned earlier, these ball clubs, the winner of this ball club will take on the winner of the New Haven and Mississinawa match taking place at New Haven High School tonight. You can also see live on IHSATV.org through SummitCitySports.com. As I believe earlier, I heard an update that Mississinawa was up over the New Haven Bulldogs 14-0 late in the first quarter there at New Haven High School. We'll keep you updated on the scores here tonight on SummitCitySports.com. Taking a look at some games around the area in the Fort Wayne area. Homestead is taking on Carroll in 6A. Northrop is taking on Snyder, and Northside is taking on Bishop Dwenger in Class 5A. Concordia taking on Norwell. Bishop Luers also is taking on Prairie Heights. DeKalb is taking on the Leo Lions. As I mentioned, Mississinawa is at New Haven. Columbia City at Northridge, and Eastside at Central Noble. That one should be a good one there, ladies and gentlemen, in Class 2A, Eastside and Central Noble. Well, we have about 2 minutes on the clock, so we're going to go ahead and take one more quick break, and we'll be back here live with game action here on the IHSAATV.org, produced by SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Dealing with joint pains, sprains, strains, or back pain? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, Ortho Express has specialized orthopedic physicians on staff when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Delta High School. Here we have 10 seconds on the clock, so we are going to get ready for game action as the Wayne Generals are just now taking the field here out at Delta High School here on this beautiful campus. Shout out to Athletic Director and Tillman Clark, always an outstanding host here out at Delta High School. To take the drive down here from Fort Wayne, Indiana to Muncie, Indiana, here to bring you this live broadcast here on SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Sosenheimer here on your call. Cordell Humberger will be moving the camera left and right to left here for me out at Delta High School. An outstanding venue here as we pulled in and saw their weight room. And, woo, what an outstanding weight room they have here out at Delta High School. Well, the referee is at the center of the field. So that means captains are getting ready to take the center of the pitch here for the coin toss tonight. Here as Delta is led out by their captains and number 7, Parker Velicic, number 63, and Isaiah Brewer, number 60, Hunter Wallace, and number 4, and Wyatt Bilby. And the Wayne Generals are led out by QB number 2, Aiden Meek. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to SummitCitySports.com as we are live at multiple venues tonight here as we have paired up with the IHSA TV to bring you live broadcasts from multiple locations as we are live out at Northrop and Snyder, Northside, and Bishop Dwenger. We are also live out at DeKalb and Leo and Mississinawa and New Haven. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the coin toss is in the books. Both teams are going to hit the sidelines for a little pregame instruction from their leaders of their ball clubs and head coach, and we are going to get set here for action live here from Delta High School. As I mentioned, the winner of this game will take on the winner of New Haven and Mississinawa and the sectional number 20 Class 4A sectional championship next week, Friday night. As I'm pretty sure if New Haven or Wayne win, we will be live for that broadcast here from SummitCitySports.com. Well, it looks like the Delta Eagles won the coin toss, so they will receive the ball first, and Wayne will kick this one off. Kicking for the Wayne Generals tonight is number 30, Jaden Bush. Deep to return for Delta is number 2, Abram Stitt. The ball is teed up on the 40-yard line, and we are getting ready and set for action here on this gloomy Friday night here out at Delta High School. Ball is teed up and the boot, and we are underway here, ladies and gentlemen. That ball is returned by number 1 and Quinn Backus, and Backus gets it out to about the 37-yard line and is brought down by number 20 for the Wayne Generals and Corey Lloyd. So QB and number 18, Caden Bond, will bring out his offense here for the Delta Eagles. Caden Bond, as I mentioned, on the year, 63 for 124 and 856 yards, 14 TDs through the air. Look for him and this offense to run the ball a lot, as weather conditions have brought it to that type of game here, as Bond goes under center, and we have an offsides called immediately. Jumping for the Generals is number 76 and Jordan Folks, the junior. Just a little bit of a head start. So it'll be first down and 5, and we will move up 5 yards, where the Delta Eagles will now start at the 42-yard line. So Bond will go under center. He'll have his running back in Abram Stitt right behind him, and he will hand off to Stitt. Stitt looking to break up the middle, and a nice tackle there for the Generals by number 32 on the stop. That is number 32 in Caden Rochfeld. Rochfeld on the year, 69 tackles here on the year, 2 tackles for loss, and also an interception on the year. Issues with the play clock here out at Delta High School, so the referee will stop this one here. And we got 25 seconds on the clock. And play clock is not seeming to want to run here out at Delta High School. So 11:37 on the game clock here. SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Sosenheimer here on the call. Corda Humbucker, as I mentioned, on the camera. And now we got 45 seconds on the play clock. We're getting close, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go. We hit 40 on the clock. You get the ovation from the crowd and the sideline here out at Delta High School. So we're going to let the play clock roll, and we are going to get back to action as the – there it is. There we go. So Bond will go under center. He'll hand it off to Stitt, and he is brought down immediately by that Wayne Generals defense. Leading the way is number 11, and Kalen Kelsaw on the stop for the Generals. The junior here for them, 17 tackles on the year and 2.5 tackles for loss. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 here for the Eagles, as they'll have the receiver in number 7 and Parker Feltic lined up here at near side. And they'll have Bond in the pistol. He'll have his running back in, Stitt lined up next to him, and Bond brought down immediately. Nice stop there for the Generals, number 54, and Harrison Brooks on the stop. My apologies, Darian Alexander on the stop for the Generals. So number 87, Landon Brooks, lined up at about the 15-yard line to punt for the Eagles. Number 5, and Sean Collins is deep for the Generals to return. He's going to mark his spot at about the 37-yard line. So Brooks will punt it here, and Collins will just let that one fly over his head, and it takes an Eagles bounce. And they're going to go ahead and spot it at about the 15-yard line. Nice Eagles roll there, but we have a flag here in the backfield.
55-yard punt.
As we're going to go ahead and take a look at what the official is going to mark it. And he is going to call a false start on the Eagles, it looks like. So the Generals will move it up 5, and they will start from the 20. Or no, head coach Sherwood Haydock is going to decline the penalty there and bring the Delta punting unit back on. So they will have it 4th and 15 from the 30-yard line as Sherwood Haydock declined the penalty there. So Brooks will back up to punt, and he will be backed to the 10-yard line. Sean Collins is now marked at his 45-yard line, hoping to get a returnable ball here for the Wayne Generals. 9:55 left here to go in this first quarter. Here live from Delta High School. So Brooks on the punt there. And it hits a Delta Eagle and bounces to about the 46-yard line. They're going to go ahead and mark it there. So the Generals will have it and bring the offense on to the field. Will Aiden Meek in this Wayne Generals offense. So Aiden Meek, as I mentioned, 37 for 82 on the year, 445 yards, 19 carries, 8 yards. But look for this Wayne Generals offense to run the ball a lot using backs in number 5, Sean Collins, and number 9, Lamar Nelson. As a score update in the area, the Leo Lions are up 30-0 in the second quarter over the DeKalb Barons there in Class 4A. Whew. So Meek will go under center. 10 seconds on the play clock here for Wayne. Got to get it started. Here does Aiden Meek. Play clock down to 5. Meek under center. He will hand it off to his running back and number 9, Lamar Nelson. And Nelson breaking free. And woo, what a stiff arm there from Lamar Nelson. And he's still loose. Finally dragged down by number 44 for the Eagles and Ben Morris. Woo, what a carry from Lamar Nelson. Lamarion Nelson, my apologies there, as the Wayne Generals coaching staff there to the left of me in the press box corrected me, doing their job, as we love to see here out at Delta High School. So Meek will go under center. He'll hand it off to Sean Collins and brought down immediately. Nice stop there for the Eagles, and number 54, the freshman, John Raines on the stop. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be in for a great one here.
Second down.
9 minutes left here to go in this first quarter. As it'll be 2nd and 13 here for the Generals. Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. Meek will go ahead and have 3 wide receivers lined up at the top of your screen, and he will go under center here. He'll hand off to Nelson, and Nelson makes a move outside, cuts back in, and gets it to about the 35-yard line. Gain of 6 there for the Generals. It'll be 3rd down and 7 here for the Generals. 8:15 on the clock. So Meek will go under center. He'll have a two-person backfield, and Collins and Nelson. We'll see which back he gives it off to here, as Meek will actually hand off on the reverse for the Generals. That's number 21 and Justin Alexander. And Alexander looks like from my spot, my eye of view will pick up a first down, but we got flags here in the backfield, as it looks like 3 flags were thrown in the backfield, and it's going to be a holding called on the Wayne Generals.
Holding on Fort Wayne. Still third down.
So that is going to go ahead and move the Generals back 5. Or excuse me, my apologies. That is going to move them back to 10 here. So it'll be third down and 17 for the Generals. 7:50 on the clock here in the first quarter. So Meek will go under center here. He'll put a receiver in the reverse, and Meek was pressured on at the end. Instead, keeps it and finds a receiver. Wow, outside and just in and out of the hands, and the tight end at number 99, Nehemiah Young, on their reception and complete. And we got another flag here in the backfield. As the 6'3", 260-pound tight end, Nehemiah Young, went out for that one, just bobbled in and out of the hands. And looks like they're going to get a flag called on the Generals. So it's going to bring up fourth down here for Wayne, and they're going to have to punt. Here do the Generals. So back to punt here for Wayne is number 2 in Aiden Meek. And deep to return for the Eagles, number 7, Parker Folletic. Deep to return. Lined up at about the 15-yard line is Folletic. So Meek takes a snap. Nice little side leg punt there, and Folletic returns it from the 15-yard line. Cuts upfield and just steps out of bounds at the 25-yard line, where QB and number 18, Caden Bond, will bring back the offense here for the Delta Eagles. So 7:29 left here to go in this first quarter. Thank you for clicking on to the IHSAATV.org, SummitCitySports.com. As Bond will go under center here. He'll hand off to his back and sit. Looking to make a gain there. Gets a gain of about 2. Brought down for the Generals. And number 32. And Caden Rockford on the stop here for Wayne. They're going to give him a gain of about 1, so it'll be second down and 9 here for the Eagles. As Bond will go back under center. Bond takes a snap, pitches it outside to sit, looking to make a move outside and brought down for the Generals. Looks like number 3 on the stop for Wayne and Tizelle Thomas, and also on the stop, number 32 in Caden Rockford for the Generals. As I mentioned, Caden Rockford, what a start he's had in his ball game. Called his name multiple times defensively. 69 tackles on the year, 2 tackles for a loss, and 1 interception for number 32, Rockfield, and the junior. So third down and 4 here for the Eagles. 6:10 left here to go in this first quarter. Bond will go in the pistol here. He'll fake the handoff and try to run it up the middle. And number 76 for the Generals and Jordan Folks, and number 11, Kalon Kelsall, on the stop for the Generals. Gain of 2 there for Bond. So it'll be 4th down and 2 here for the Eagles. Bond will go back under center. Will he take a snap here? 15 seconds on the play clock. As I believe he was just trying to draw him off, but couldn't get him. And head coach for the Eagles and Christopher Overhaul will go ahead and use a timeout. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick one with them. We'll be back here live on the IHSAA TV network, here produced by SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from Delta High School here as the Eagles are forced to punt here from the 33-yard line. Deep to return for the Generals is Sean Collins. The punt booted away, and what a nice kick there. It takes an Eagle bounce, and we'll keep rolling. They'll mark it at the 25-yard line as the weather not looking too great out there on the Gridiron here tonight, as rain has been falling all night long. And as you saw there on that punt, the wet turf does make that ball roll. So the Generals will bring the offense back onto the field. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line, 5:24 left here to go in this first quarter. So Meek will go under center. He'll have his back and Nelson behind him. Lamarian Nelson takes the handoff here. Looking to break outside, and nice stop there for the Eagles. Number 14 and Diamari Hood on the stop. What a stop there for the Eagles with Hood and Morris there in the backfield on the stop. Second down and 10 here for the Generals. Meek will go under center. He'll have Nelson behind him. And Sean Collins will line up in the slot for the Generals. Also outside, number 21 in Justin Alexander for Wayne. Nelson will take the handoff here and is met immediately on the stop for the Eagles. Looks like was number 46 and Carson Wheat for the Eagles. So it'll be third down and 9 as they'll give Nelson a gain of 1, 4:15 left here to go in this first quarter. 0-0 our score. So Meek will go back in the shotgun. He'll have trips and a bunch to the right of him. He'll take the snap here, and pressure brought immediately and in and out of the hands of Nehemiah Young. So the Generals are going to be forced to what I believe they should and punt yet again. And head coach Sherwood Haydock is not too happy there on the far sideline as Nehemiah Young has dropped 2 passes here for the Generals to start it early. 4 minutes left here to go in this first quarter. Aiden Meek will back up and punt as he does the QB and punting duties for this Wayne Generals ball club. Deep to return for the Eagles is number 7 in Parker Folitic, and they're going to go ahead and reset the play clock. So they're going to put 25 back on it, and it'll count down. And Meek will punt it, a low line drive punt for the Generals, and that ball is going to come back to you as the wind is pushing out there from left to right. So the Eagles will take over at their own 48-yard line. 3:53 left here to go in this first quarter. Live here on SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Sosenheimer here on the call. Cordell Humberger moving the camera for me here out at Delta High School. Looking at a score in area. Bishop Dwenger up 10-0 over the Northside Legends. They're out at Shields Field on the campus of Bishop Dwenger High School. Northrop up at Spooler 10-7 over the Snyder Panthers as a handoff made immediately to number 2 and Stitt, number 24 for the Generals, and Darion Alexander on the stop. So he gets a gain of about 2. There does Stitt. So it'll be 2nd down and 8, ball spotted at the 50-yard line. So Bond will go under center here as the Eagles are going to bunch it with 2 tight end to the left. They'll hand it off to Stitt. Stitt looking to break free and picks up the first down. Nice run there from number 2 and Abram Stitt for the Eagles. Gets a gain of 14 for the Eagles. Ball is going to be spotted at the 38-yard line. 1st down and 10 here for the Eagles. So Bond will go back under center. He'll hand it off to Stitt. Stitt looking to break outside and brought down by a swarm of Generals at about the 38-yard line. And looks like we got a timeout called, and head coach Sherwood Haydock for the Wayne Generals is going to go ahead and use his first timeout. We're going to go ahead and take a quick one with him. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and...
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Delta High School. Delta and Wayne going at it here. Sectional number 20, Class 4A of the IHSAA football playoffs. We got a 2nd down and a 6 here for the Eagles. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line, 2:55 left on the clock. So Bond will go under center here. He'll hand it off to Stitt. Stitt looking to break outside, and a nice stop there by the Wayne General defense, led by number 3 in Tizell Thomas on the stop for the Generals.
3rd down.
As Bond will have it 3rd down and 4, 2:30 left here to go, and for the Eagles, as Bond will hand it off to Stitt. Stitt looking to break outside, gets it to the outside, and will score. No, they are going to mark him just short for Abram Stitt, and the Eagles.
First and goal, Eagles.
So Bond is going to go ahead and push that one in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Eagles.
As Delta is going to score their first TD of the ball game, give them a 6-0 lead. Here as we go ahead and take a look at that one more time here on our Traction AP Performance Replay. As you see, Bond is pushed right away by his offense for the score. And the PAT unit will come on here for the Eagles, number 99. Or excuse me, number 89, Zion Green on the kick. And it's up and good. 7-0 our score. Delta with a lead. 2 minutes left here to go in this first quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working. And I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to. And so I send him my thing every day. And he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to just outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. Just being able.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Delta High School. Delta out to a 7-0 lead over the Wayne Generals. Brooks will kick off here for the Eagles. Little kind of squib kick here, and it's going to be covered by the Generals, number 19 in Deontay Williams on the cover. He'll cover that one at the 36-yard line. So Aiden Meek will bring his Wayne General offense back onto the field. 1:59 left here to go in this first quarter. So Meek will start out under center here. He'll have Nelson in the backfield. Meek will take the snap here. He'll hand it off to Nelson. And Nelson, with a nice carry there, gets it to about the 47-yard line. Brought down by number 32 and Dylan Maynard on the stop for the Eagles. First down and 10 here for Nelson and this Generals offense. Taking a look at the score in the Fort Wayne area, Snyder up 14-10 over the Northrop Bruins. They're at halftime there out at Spooler Stadium, as Sean Collins will take the carry for the Generals. Gets a nice gain of about 5 there. So they're going to go ahead and mark it second down and 5 here for the Generals. Number 5, Blake Jones on the stop for the Eagles. 1 minute left here to go in this first quarter. Meek will go under center once again. As you see, this Wayne General offense likes to run the ball. As I mentioned, their backs have over 2,000 yards combined, as Nelson, with a nice little move there, trying to break it outside, gets a gain of about 2. So it'll be third down and 3 here for the Generals. As I mentioned on the year, Lamarian Nelson with 1,462 rushing yards. Sean Collins just right behind him with 473 for the Generals. Meek will go under center here. He'll hand it off to a little fullback action here for the Generals. That is number 32 in Caden Rockford on the carry for Wayne. Picks up the first down, brought down by number 77, Alex Lyons.
77, Alex Lyons on the tackle.
And Rockford will pick up the first down for the Generals. 20 seconds and counting left here to go in this first quarter. Meek will go back under center. He'll take the snap, hand it off. Sean Collins on the carry for the Generals. Gets a gain of about 2. They're going to go ahead and mark it second and 8 And that is going to be the end of our first quarter. So Delta 7, Wayne 0. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody...
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Delta High School. Here's SummitCitySports.com as the Generals and Meek will hand off to his back. And is met immediately by a host of Eagles. Number 44, Ben Morris, and number 46, Carson Wheat on the stop for the Eagles. Nelson with no gain there. 3rd down and 8 here for the Generals. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to SummitCitySports.com. Sorry about that camera footage in the first quarter, as we did use it for hockey. So moving it from inside to outside makes a big difference. So we adjusted it, and we are set for action as Collins will break down the sideline and score. Touchdown, Generals. Sean Collins on the carry and will pick up the score for Wayne. So Collins gets his 10th rushing TD on the year, makes it 7-6. Delta and their kicker, and number 34, Michelle Hurst, will come on to kick. An outstanding soccer player there in the girls soccer program for the Wayne Generals. Holding for her will be number 2, Aiden Meek. As Meek, and we got flags thrown here near side, and from what it looked like, the Wayne Generals PAT unit did what they wanted to do and drew an offsides. So then they bring their offense back on the field, and the Generals are going to go for 2 here. Will Wayne. So Meek will go under center here for Wayne. He'll have Nelson in the backfield. And Meek will take the snap here. He'll hand it off to Nelson, and Nelson will just walk that one in and pick up the 2-point conversion for the Generals. 8-7 our score. The Generals out to a 1-point lead. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future. if they don't have one right now. Watch the skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Delta High School. The Generals out to an 8-7 lead. As a kickoff there, the ball's bouncing around, and who recovered it? The Generals are excited over there on the far sideline, and Wayne gets the recovery. So the Generals on the kickoff will recover it at the 36-yard line. First down and 10, Generals. As let's go ahead and take a look at that one more time here on our replay. As you see the kick there, and the ball is bounced right off the front of the helmet of a Delta Eagles player, and the Generals recover it, so they will have it from the 36-yard line, first down and 10. Meek will bring his offense back onto the field. He'll go under center and hand it off to Nelson. Nelson gets a gain of about 4. Second down and 6 here for the Generals. 11 minutes and counting left here to go in this second quarter. As Meek will go under center. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. They're going to go ahead and give him a gain of 3 officially. So second down and 7. Collins takes the handoff there and is brought down at about the 26-yard line. They're going to go ahead and get him a gain of 6. So it's going to be third down and 1 here for the Wayne Generals offense. So Meek will go under center. Third and a long one here for the Generals. Meek takes the snap and hands it off to Nelson, and met in the backfield by number 25 for the Eagles. Braxton Russell, the sophomore, on the stop for the Eagles. And that is 4th and about a centimeter, ladies and gentlemen. So the Generals will bring the offense, or keep the offense on the field. 4th and inches. Meek will take the snap. He'll hand it off to his back, and they'll pick up the first down. Will Wayne couldn't see who he handed it off to, as a host of Generals were lined up in a bunch formation there. And it looks like number 87 on the carry for the Generals. That is the tight end, and Gabe Rhodes, and gets the first down for Wayne. So Meek will go back under center. He'll hand it off to Nelson, and Nelson trying to find a hole there. And he's going to be brought down at about the 20-yard line on the stop there. We're going to go ahead and give it to number 25 and Braxton Russell for the Eagles. So 8:55 left here to go in this second quarter. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Sosenheimer here on your call. Cordell Humberger moving the camera here for me as Collins on the handoff here. Tried to get outside, pushed away by number 4 for the Eagles, and Wyatt Bilby, the senior, on the stop for the Eagles. It's going to be third down and 7 here for the Generals. Head coach Sherwood Haydock, as I mentioned in the pregame, and his second year under the helm of the Wayne Generals, 5-16, a longtime coach for the Woodland Warriors, picked up his 200th win last week against Marion, and the 27-13 victory to advance him here to the sectional semifinal, as head coach Sherwood Haydock, as I mentioned, is going to go ahead and use a quick timeout. We're going to go ahead and take one with them. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Delta High School. Wayne out to an 8-7 lead over the Delta Eagles. 8:05 left here to go in this second quarter. As I mentioned, 8-7 our score. Wayne with a lead. 3rd down and 7 here for the Generals. Meek will go under center. He'll fake the handoff, and on a reverse there outside. Sean Collins has it now, makes a move back inside. Will pick up enough for the first down for the Generals. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one more time here on our replay. As you see, Meek just takes the snap under center. Thought he had it outside, but Sean Collins gets it up top and goes to the far sideline and picks up the first down for the Generals. They're going to mark him at the 8-yard line. So first down and goal here for Wayne. Meek will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Nelson and will get the score. Touchdown, Generals. Marion Nelson on the score for Wayne.
The ball carrier, touchdown Generals.
Marion Nelson picks up the score for Wayne in his 12th touchdown of the year. The Generals out to a 14-7 lead. 7:47 left here to go in the second quarter. The Generals will, from what it looks like, leave their offense on the field, as they do have a kicker and number 34, Michelle Hurst, as Meek will go under center here. And, Meek got a little slipped up there and fell. So the 2-point conversion is no good, so that'll leave our score 14-7. Wayne over the Delta Eagles. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things.
Well, we're back here, ladies and gentlemen. A quick restart here out at Delta High School. The Generals will kick away after their score, and Nelson picking up his 12th touchdown of the year for Wayne. And, a little onside kick here, but, hey, that one's going to be recovered by the Eagles. On the recovery for the Eagles is number 14, and Diamari Hood, the freshman, on the recover for the Eagles. So they'll have it first down and 10. They're going to mark it at the 49-yard line for Delta. So Caden Bond will bring his offense back on to the field, and the Eagles will look to put one in here. 7:46 left here to go in the second quarter. Bond goes under center. He hands it off to his running back, and Stitt looking to break free with a nice lead block there by number 78 for the Eagles, and Luke Miller pushing his way downfield and leading the way for Stitt to pick up the first down for the Eagles. Sean Collins on the stop for the Generals. So it'll be first down and 10. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. Bond will take the snap here. He'll hand it off to his back and sit, looking to get outside. And, nice stop there for the Generals. And number 8, Jordan Donahue on the stop for Wayne. My apologies. Number 6, Avon Rogers on the stop for the Wayne Generals. And we got a flag on the play. Holding is going to be called on the Eagles. Head coach Sherwood Haydock is going to gladly accept that penalty. It's going to move him back 10, so it'll be first down and 20 here for the Eagles. Ball is now spotted at the 45-yard line. 7:17 and counting left here to go in this second quarter. Bond takes a snap. He hands it off to his back end Stitt. And, nice blocking there by the offensive line of the Delta Eagles. They don't get much credit, but on the lead block there for them, number 63 and Isaiah Brewer and number 78 Luke Miller on the push to get Stitt up the field. He gets a gain of 8. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. 6:50 and counting left here to go in the second quarter. And Bond on the count there, and offsides called on the Generals. Looks like number 8 for the Generals in Jordan Donahue came in on that outside linebacker role. Jumped just a bit early. So gets them up 5 for the Eagles. So it'll be second down and 7 now here for Delta. As Bond will take the snap and Stitt on the carry for the Eagles. And Donahue on the stop for the Generals. And Abram Stitt will have to come to the sideline as his helmet popped off on the play. So it'll be third down and 1 here for the Eagles. As I mentioned, this Delta Eagles ball club coming in 5-5 on the year. The Wayne Generals sitting at 3-7. Bond will go under center here. He'll take the snap and hand it off to a big power back. And a nice carry for the Eagles. Number 46 and the 220-pound fullback Carson Wheat will pick up the first down for the Eagles. And we got a timeout taken on the field. That's going to be Sherwood Haydock's third and final timeout for the Generals. We're going to go ahead and take a quick one with them. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Delta High School. The Generals up 14-7 over the Eagles. 6:05 left here to go in this second quarter. Stitt on the handoff here and loses it. Nice tackle there by number 6 for the Generals, and Avon Rogers on the stop for the Generals. Gain of 1 there for Stitt, so it'll be second down and 9. Good crowd here on hand at Delta High School as the umbrellas are popped out. And it is raining here, ladies and gentlemen, as it has been all day long. We knew it coming into this one. This was going to be a run fest, and it has turned out into one, as the Generals have only thrown the ball twice, and the Eagles, I believe, have yet to throw the ball as Stitt. Woo! Nice little spin move there, and Abram Stitt is going to score. Touchdown, Eagles. Wow. Man, oh man, what a carry there from Abram Stitt. Let's take a look at that one here one more time on our replay. As you see, the QB and Bond goes under center and just pitches it outside to Stitt. And woo! Nice spin move there from Abram Stitt, and walks that one into the end zone for the touchdown for the Eagles. We'll be having an injury timeout on the field as a General is down and up, as helped up immediately by the trainer of the Wayne Generals. So 14-13 our score, 5:21 left here to go in this second quarter. As Delta looks like they're going to bring on their PAT kicking unit, and number 7 for the Eagles holding is Parker Falatic, and kicking for the Eagles is the snap is taken, and the kick is off the right upright, and no good. So 14-13, we stand. The Generals out to a lead over the Eagles. 5:21 left here to go in this second quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watch the skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Delta High School. The Generals out to a 14-13 lead, 5:21 left here to go. And the Eagles tried a little onside kick here, as we've seen 3 times here tonight to begin this ball game. One's going to be recovered by number 8 and Jordan Donahue on the recovery for the Generals. Covered it at the 49-yard line. So Aiden Meek will bring his Wayne General offense back onto the field. 5:20 left here to go in this second quarter. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, to SummitCitySports.com. We're coming to you live just right inside Muncie, Indiana, south of Fort Wayne, Indiana, home of SummitCitySports.com, as Meek will go under center here. Take the snap, hand it off to Nelson, and Nelson looking to break free up the middle. Gets a gain of about 8. Second down and 2 here for the Generals.
Second down.
So a gain of 8. Second down and 2 here for the Generals. As I mentioned, they are led by QB and the senior, Aiden Meek. An outstanding QB there for this Wayne General Ball Club. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Collins. Collins looking to break outside, crawls his way, and picks up the first down for the Generals. Brought down at the 38-yard line, where it'll be first down and 10 now here for the Generals. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. First down and 10 here for the Generals. As Nelson takes the carry and breaks free, gains more yards. Nice carry there from Lemurian Nelson on the carry for the Generals. Picks up the first down. He's tackled and brought down by number 4, Wyatt Bilby, on the stop for the Eagles. First down and 10. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line. So the Generals have it now. Meek under center. He'll hand it off to Collins. Collins looking to break outside, and a nice stop there for the Eagles. Looks like that was led by number 25 and Braxton Russell, the sophomore, on the stop for the Eagles. 3:30 left here to go in this second quarter. here from Delta High School, Muncie, Indiana. Shout out to Athletic Director Tillman Clark, an outstanding host here. Got us pizza in the booth. Not many high schools do that here in the IHSAA. Shout out to him as Nelson will take the carry. He'll break outside and score. Touchdown, Generals. Lamarian Nelson on the carry and gives the Generals a 20-13 lead. Lamarian Nelson gets his 13th touchdown on the year, as I'm pretty sure he's broken over 1,500 yards in this ball game. Woo! What an outstanding back here the Wayne Generals have. As Nelson is only a junior, he'll be back here for one more year under head coach Sherwood Haydock and the Wayne Generals. Taking a look at our score as Hurst will come on to attempt the PAT. Kick is up and blocked. Nice block there by number 44 for the Eagles, and Ben Morris on the block. PAT attempt no good, so that'll keep our score 20-13. The Generals with the lead over the Delta Eagles. Taking a look at his score at the break. Leo up 44-7 over the DeKalb Barons, and Mississinawa up 28-20 over the New Haven Bulldogs. The winner of that game will play the winner of this one here in the sectional number 20 IHSA Class 4A sectional championship. So 20-13, our score. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, to SummitCitySports.com. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified of all of our live events taking place around the area. As in the fall, we cover soccer and high school football. And in the winter, we'll be covering boys and girls basketball. Super excited to get that one started, as we have some outstanding groups here in the Summit Athletic Conference for boys and girls basketball. Boys basketball, you got top contenders led by the Homestead Spartans, the Northrop Bruins, also the Snyder Panthers in contention for that top spot in the SAC. And boys basketball. Girls basketball, you got the Homestead Lady Spartans, the Southside Lady Archers, all making moves here in the Summit Athletic Conference for basketball. So Stitt on the carry for the Eagles, back to the action, gets a gain of about 1. Second down and 9 here for the Eagles. 3 minutes left here to go in this second quarter. So Bond will go under center here for the Eagles. 2:40 and counting left here to go in the second quarter. Bond takes a snap, hands it to Stitt, and Stitt makes a nice little move to get outside and gets a gain for the Eagles. Third down and 3. Nice tackle there from the Generals and the senior, number 3, Tazell Thomas, on the stop for the Generals. 2:10 and counting. Third down and 3 here for the Eagles. And, false start as the lineman for the Eagles, number 74, in Corbin King, jumped just a bit early. That is going to move Delta back 5 yards. Third down and 8 here for the Eagles. 2:08 left here to go in this second quarter. As Bond will go under center here, shift his tight ends in motion. Bond will take the snap here. He'll toss it outside to Stitt. Stitt trying to get outside and brought down. Nice tackle there, led by number 3 and Tazell Thomas, and number 6, Avant Rogers, on the stop for the Generals. We'll give them a gain of about 5. 4th down and 3 here for the Eagles as they're going to look to try to get this Wayne Generals defense to jump here. 20 seconds on the play clock, and a timeout is going to be called by head coach Christopher Overhaul. We're going to go ahead and take a quick one with them. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
It's has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Delta High School. Leo 44-7 over the DeKalb Barons. End of the third quarter at Leo High School already. And we haven't even hit halftime yet here out at Delta High School, Muncie, Indiana, as Bond will go under center here. He'll hand it off to State. And a nice stop defensively for the Wayne Generals. Number 3, Zell Thomas leading the way for the Generals. Gets the stop. Ball turned over on downs. The Wayne Generals will have it 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line. 1:14 left here to go in this second quarter. So Meek will bring his offense back on to the field. And he will go under center here. Meek will put his back in motion. That's number 21 and Justin Alexander. And Alexander trying to break outside. And nice tackle there for the Eagles. Number 77 and Alex Lyons on the stop for the Eagles.
Tackle by 5, Blake Jones, 44, Ben Morris.
Ben Morris and number 5 and Blake Jones also on the stop for the Eagles. Loss of 1 there. So Aiden Meek will bring his offense onto the field, and we got a timeout as the Eagles had a late substitution running onto the field. So 48 seconds left here to go in this second quarter. We're going to go ahead and take one more quick break. We'll be back here to wrap up this second quarter action live here on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training. Working on.
We're back here, ladies and gentlemen, from Delta High School. Wayne up 20-13, 48 seconds left here to go in this second quarter. Aiden Meek with the offense on the field for the Generals. He'll put a receiver in motion. Fake the handoff on the reverse, and Meek looking deep downfield, and he's got a receiver. Nice catch there, and brought in by number 6, Avant Rogers on the score. Touchdown, Generals.
Meek's pass complete to 6, Avant Rogers.
Avant Rogers deep on the field and gets the score for the Generals. Whew. And, man, I believe that's like the only 4th pass we've seen this ball game. All 4 passes thrown by Aiden Meek in this Generals offense. So the Generals will, looks like, keep the offense on the field and go for 2. So Meek goes under center here. He hands it off to Nelson. Fakes a handoff to Nelson and finds his tight end outside to Nehemiah Young to get the 2-point conversion. So 28-13 our score. Wayne with the lead over the Delta Eagles. 40 seconds left here to go in this second quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that touchdown one more time here on our replay. As you see Meek go under center and put his receiver in at number 21 and Justin Alexander in motion and finds Rogers right over top there and gets the score for the Generals. Give them the 26-13 lead, and Nehemiah Young caught outside for the 2-point conversion. So that makes our score 28-13. We got 40 seconds left here to go in this second quarter. So the Generals kicker number 30 and Jaden Bush on to kick for Wayne. As Bush with a nice kick there. Deep back to return for the Eagles was number 5 in Blake Jones. And he will go ahead and fall on that one. Looks like about the 13-yard line. So the Generals with a nice score there.
First and 10 Eagles.
As Meek found Rogers right over top there to give the Generals the 28-13 lead. 40 seconds left here to go in this second quarter. Ball spotted at the 13-yard line. And QB Caden Bond will bring his offense back on to the field. So Bond will go under center here. And we'll see what he does here as he hands it off to Sit, trying to break free and get outside. And a nice stop there for the Generals. Number 10 and Jacob Sharman, the freshman, on the stop for the Generals. 25 seconds and counting left here to go in this second quarter. Both teams out of timeouts. So I believe that'll just about do it here for this second quarter. And it looks like the Delta Eagles offense will just let that clock run out. So 28-13 will be our score. Wayne over the lead with the Delta Eagles. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll come back here for our Kelly Chevrolet halftime show and look at some scores around the area and talk about the first half here live from Delta High School here on SummitCitySports.com. All right.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then, too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier, too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Gym Rat's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the Edge program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSM Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball, so I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me, so I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Dealing with joint pains, sprains, strains, or back pain? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, Ortho Express has specialized orthopedic physicians on staff when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, at our halftime break here out at Delta High School. The Wayne Generals up 28-13 over the Delta Eagles here out at Delta High School, Muncie, Indiana. We're going to go ahead and take a look at some scores around the area here in the Fort Wayne area and Northeast Indiana area. Carroll up 14-0 over the Homestead Spartans there in Class 6A. That one is at the end of the third quarter. Northrop up by 3 out at Spooler Stadium, 17-14 over the Snyder Panthers. Northrop, if they hang on and go ahead and win that one, that will be an upset city special in Class 5A. Also in that sectional, Bishop Dwenger up 10-0 over the Northside Legends. Looking in Class 3A, Norwell up 13-0 over the Concordia Cadets. Last score update, that one was in the third quarter. Lures up 37-7 over the Prairie Heights Panthers, as we had an outstanding broadcast with them last week as they took on the Woodland Warriors out at Woodland High School, and Prairie Heights was able to take care of business and knew the task they had ahead of them of the Bishop Lures Knights, the Class 2A favorite in the IHSAA State Football Tournament. So the winner of this game will take on the New Haven Bulldogs, or Ole Miss, Mississinawa, as they call it, and Mississinawa is up 28-20 over the New Haven Bulldogs. That one is late in the third quarter out there at New Haven High School. Eastside up 32-6 over the Central Noble Cougars, and Northridge up 21-3 over the Columbia City Eagles. Well, we're going to go ahead and thank some of our sponsors that allow us to come out here and do these ball games with SummitCitySports.com. The Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne at a friendly family environment at the Big Eyed Fish. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, reliable. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for generations. Like their Facebook page for updated promotions at Tom Steele Tire. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle. You're invited to join ProFred Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online or stop by a branch today. Join ProFedCU.org. At Out Weather Contracting, we provide some peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OutWeatherContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area. They'll help you build the highest quality volleyball player from ages 5 to 18 with a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com. iCryo specializes in whole body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out the newest Green Bay Packer Jalen Smith signature location on Coliseum Boulevard by Blaze Pizza. Are you ready to do what it takes to put your past behind you? Whether it's expunging your criminal record or helping to get your driver's license reinstated, Jolie Law Firm is your answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including water damage and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout the Northeast Indiana area. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. They have the only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified of all of our live events taking place. Also follow us on Twitter at 260sports as we will post in-game highlights and our live stream feed and link throughout our games in the Northeast Indiana area. As I mentioned, the Wayne Generals up 28-13 here over the Delta Eagles. As I just got a score update, Northrop has the lead over the Snyder Panthers 17-14, and it is the end of the third quarter out there on the campus of Northrop High School, Spooler Stadium in Fort Wayne, Indiana, home of SummitCitySports.com. So we have about 1 minute and 30 seconds on the game clock. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back here to start the third quarter action live here on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here out at Delta High School, Muncie, Indiana, here just south of Fort Wayne, Indiana, home of SummitCitySports.com. The Wayne Generals out to a 28-13 lead here over the Delta Eagles. As I mentioned, the winner will take on New Haven or Mississinewa in the Class 4A Sectional Number 20 Championship next Friday night. As the latest updated score we have of that ball game is Mississinewa up 28-0 over the New Haven Bulldogs. We'll keep an eye on that score and get you any score updates we have throughout the night as we finish off this broadcast here out at Delta High School. We're going to go ahead and take one more quick break, and we will be back here to start the third quarter and action here live on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved like mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working. And I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to. And so I send him my thing every day. And he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You got to work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, SummitCitySports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, from Delta High School. 24 minutes of game action left here. Who will move on to the Sectional 20 championship? We will find out here out at Delta High School. The Generals up 28-13 as we begin it. Delta is going to kick this one away. They kick it deep, and it'll be returned. Looks like that's number 21 for the Generals. And Justin Alexander on the return gets it to the 28-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 here for this Wayne Generals offense led by QB and Aiden Meek. And as I mentioned earlier, this Wayne Generals offense, as I mentioned in our pregame, will run the ball the whole entire game. And you've seen it here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. They've only thrown 4 passes, with one of those being a touchdown as Aiden Mink found his receiver in Justin Alexander in the back of the end zone for the score for the Generals. That's what gave them this 28-13 lead, and that's where we are now. First and 10 here for the Generals. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line, and Meek will hand it off to Nelson, and oh my goodness, Lamarian Nelson on the carry will pick up the first down for the Generals. He is one of the top running backs in the state of Indiana for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. Lamarian Nelson gets the first down for the Generals. Has 1,462 yards just coming into this game. Pretty sure he has over 200 here tonight for this Wayne Generals offense, as Collins has it now and breaks up the sideline, and they are going to use this dynamic duo all night long. Nelson and Collins, as I mentioned in the pregame, look for those two, and they are showing you why they are the best duo of running backs in the state of Indiana. First down and 10 here for the Generals. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. 11:25 left here to go in this third quarter. Meek will hand it off to Nelson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. And that was number 44 for the Eagles. And Ben Morris, the senior linebacker, on the stop for the Eagles. They'll give Nelson a gain of 1 there. So it'll be second down and 9 here for the Generals. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, to SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Sosenheimer here on your call as Meek goes under center. He hands it off to Collins, and Collins pushes his way through, gets through the hole, and will score. Touchdown, Generals. Sean Collins. Woo! Sean Collins took that one right up his gap there, and a great hole led by that Wayne Generals offensive line. And you just saw Sean Collins break through and gets the score for the Generals, gives them the lead. We will take a look at that one here one more time on our replay as the Generals will come on, and it looks like they're going to attempt the 2-point conversion. Once again, will the Generals, Aiden Meek, and the offense are going to stay on the field. So Meek will go under center here. He'll take the snap, pitch it outside, and that's Nelson. Nelson trying to break the corner there and is brought down by number 77 for the Eagles by Alex Lyons. So the 2-point conversion is no good. 34-13 our score. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that touchdown one more time here on our replay. As you see, Meek takes the snap, hands it off to Collins, and you just see Collins break through 3 defenders in one spot and takes it to the house for the Generals. And that's where we see ourselves now. 34-13 our score. The Wayne Generals with the lead. 10:39 left to go in this third quarter. Woo! I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, Lamarian Nelson and Sean Collins, probably one of the best duos of running backs I have seen in my time here with Summit City Sports. So the Generals, with another little pooch kick to start it off, and that ball is going to be recovered by number 4 for the Eagles. Wyatt Bilby falls on it at about the 40. They're going to mark him at the 42-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 here for the Eagles. And Caden Bond will bring the offense back on to the field. So the Eagles will have it on the 42-yard line, and Bond will go under center. He'll put a tight end in motion and hand it off to his running back. And that's Stitt. Stitt with a nice carry there, gets a gain of about 2. Brought down at about the 42-yard line. Give him 3, second down and 7 here for the Eagles.
Second down.
As Snyder takes over on possession out at Spooler Stadium. 17-14 that score. Northrop with the lead over Snyder. 8:17 left to go in that fourth quarter there out at Spooler Stadium, Class 5A sectional. As Bond will go under center. He'll hand it off to Stitt, and Stitt with a nice carry there gets a gain of about 6. And a little trash talk in here on the sideline, near sideline here, as that is what teams are going to do. Their season is on the line here out at Delta High School. Bond takes a snap, hands it off to Stitt, and Stitt met immediately, but will get enough for the first down, it looks like. And, yep, they're going to go ahead and move the chains for the Eagles. The Generals 3-7, and the Eagles 5-5. Who will go home and who will move on to the sectional number 20 Class 4A championship? 9:24 left here to go in this third quarter. Bond puts a tight end in motion and swallowed up immediately. Nice tackle there for the Generals. Number 32, Caden Rockford on the stop.
Second down.
Caden Rockford using both ways here for this Wayne Generals offense. Let's take a look at that one more time here on a replay. As you see, Rockford just swallows up. Stay in the backfield. Loss of 3 there. Second down and 13 now here for the Eagles. Bond looking to this near sideline, getting the play call from Coach and Christopher Overholt. That's Bond. Couldn't figure out. Little miscommunication there. So Bond keeps that one and gets it to back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be third down and 10 here for the Eagles. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line. 8 minutes left here to go in this third quarter. Shout out to Athletic Director Tillman Clark, an outstanding host here out at Delta High School, and this beautiful high school, as it is my first time calling a game outside the Fort Wayne area. Always a great time, and you get to travel. Oh, nice pass there and deep. Caught. And number 7, and Parker Politic will score for the Eagles. Bond finds Parker Politic in the back of the end zone for the score.
49-yard touchdown. The flag on the play.
As we have a flag on the play. But you take a look at that here one more time on our replay. Bond just looks deep and finds his receiver and will score Parker Politic. And they're going to call a pass interference on the Generals. That one, of course, is going to be declined. So it'll be on to attempt the PAT here for the Tigers. Looks like number 69. Or excuse me.
89, Zion Griffiths on for the extra point.
Number 89, Zion Griffiths here on to attempt the PAT for the Eagles. It's a little lefty action here to attempt the PAT. Very rarely see those here in as the kick is up and through the uprights and good. 34-20. Our score, the Wayne Generals with the lead over the Delta Eagles. 7:45 left here to go in this third quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance. I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Delta High School. Wayne with a 34-20 lead over Delta, and that kick is going to be moved up to the 45-yard line as Delta will kick that one. They'll go for the onside kick here. That ball is going to be picked up by Sean Collins. Sean Collins will reverse the field, trying to break the sideline there. Ooh, makes a move around the defender, and nice return there from Sean Collins to get to the 42-yard line for the Generals. As the kicker, number 89, and Zion Griffiths tried to attempt the onside kick there for the Eagles. Unsuccessful there, and we got a flag here on the return. Final score here as Eastside defeats Central Noble 38-6. They're in Class 2A. Bishop Lures won over Prairie Heights 44-7, so that is going to be a Class 2A showdown there. Bishop Lures will take on Eastside in the sectional championship. That is going to be an outstanding ball game, ladies and gentlemen, in Class 2A. And from what I've seen, that ball game is going to be played at Bishop Lures High School. So Snyder takes the lead over the Northrop Bruins 21-17. There are 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. So Meek will bring the offense back onto the field. He'll hand it off to Collins, and Collins met immediately in the backfield. Nice stop there for the Eagles. Number 25, Braxton Russell on the stop for Delta.
Second down.
Nelson with no gain there, so it'll be second down and 10 here for the Wayne Generals. Meek will go under center here. He'll fake the handoff to Nelson, try to cut outside, and a nice stop there. Tackled by number 4 for the Eagles, and Wyatt Bilby on the stop.
Third down.
So it'll be third down and 9 here for the Wayne Generals. This Delta Eagles sideline trying to get the crowd fired up here, as this would be a huge stop for Delta if they are able to get it. Third down and 9 here. 6:29 left here to go in this third quarter. Meek will go under center, as he has been all night for the Generals, and a fumble. And Aiden Meek able to recover it, but that is going to push the Wayne Generals offense back 3 yards, and it'll be fourth down and 13 here now for the Generals. 6 minutes left to go in this third quarter, and that will force the punting unit on for the Generals, and Aiden Meek will back up and do the punting duties here for Wayne. Deep to return for the Eagles is number 7, and Parker Belichick. Foletic, my apologies there, as he is deep at about the 20-yard line to return for Delta. Meek takes a snap there. Nice little low-line drive kick, and we'll take a Wayne Generals bounce, and we'll roll out at the 13-yard line for the Generals, and
First and 10 Eagles.
a little bit of chirping going here out on campus of Delta High School, but no flags were thrown, so we will play on here. 5:30 left here to go in this third quarter. Thank you for tuning in to SummitCitySports.com. Like and follow our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified of all of our live events taking place around the area. Also, be sure to follow us at Twitter or on Twitter at 260 Sports as we post in-game highlights and our live stream feeds. So Stitt has it now for the Eagles, and a nice gain there, and gets a gain of about, they're going to go ahead and give him 10, and he will pick up the first down for the Eagles.
Good for a Delta Eagle first down.
Justin Alexander on the stop for the Generals. So first down and 10, ball spotted at the 23-yard line. Bond will put a receiver in motion and hit it to number 1 in Quinn Backus, and Backus met immediately in the backfield. Nice tackle there by number 11 and Kalon Kelsaw on the stop for the Generals.
Brought down by 11, Kalon Kelsaw. Loss on the play, second down.
So 4:45 left here to go in this third quarter here out at Delta High School, Muncie, Indiana, just south of Fort Wayne, Indiana, home of SummitCitySports.com. As Bond puts it back in motion, he is being chased down, and a nice block there, and finds a receiver, number 1 in Backus, and Backus with the catch there, brought down at about the 35-yard line, picks up just enough for the first down for the Eagles.
It's good for a Delta Eagle first down.
So Bond with the nice find there to find Backus downfield, and that is the first completed throw we've seen for this Delta Eagles ball club all night here out at Delta High School. Bond in the shotgun here. We'll look for a receiver deep, and got him, number 16 for the Eagles, and Caleb Elliott on the reception, and we'll pick up the first down for Delta.
Good for a Delta Eagle first down.
Elliott made a move around his defender, and you'd think head coach here for the Delta Eagles and Christopher Overhaul is liking what he's seeing with this passing game for Delta. As a score update, Dwenger up only 10-7 over the Northside Legends. 1:44 left there to go at Shields Field. Bond hands it off to his running back, and a nice carry there for Abram Stitt for the Eagles to get enough for the first down.
Good for a Delta Eagle first down.
So Stitt picks up the first down. Ball is now at the 20-yard line. First down and 10 here for Delta. Bond hands it off to Stitt. Stitt trying to make a move and gets a gain of about 9 there. So it'll be second down and 1 here for the Eagles.
Second down.
So the ball is spotted at the 12-yard line. Second down and 2 as Bond hands it off to Stitt, and Stitt makes a little jump cut move and gets it to about the 8-yard line, and
Tripped up by 3 to
Zavell Thomas on the stop for the Generals. First down and goal now here for Delta. They'll push the offensive line, and that's something we haven't seen all night. And Bond on the QB sneak there, getting a push from his offensive line, and looks like they're going to spot him at about the 4-yard line here. Second and goal. As Bond pushes it again, and the Eagles will get the score. Caden Bond on the quarterback keeper, and they're going to mark him just short of the first down, of the goal line. So that's going to leave our score 34-20. Bond will go under center here. He will get a push from his offensive line, and we'll wait for the signal here.
The ball carrier.
And they are going to mark him short of the goal line. 4th and goal here for the Delta Eagles. Nice stop there by the Wayne Generals defensive line. So this will be the biggest play of the ball game we have seen all night. Delta has it. 4th and goal. 1:30 and counting left here to go in this fourth quarter. Bond will go under center here. He will try to get a push from his offensive line. And a stop for the Wayne Generals defense. Woo! Wow. What a stop there by Wayne. And they get the goal line stop on the 1-yard line. Wow. You can look at this one more time here on our Traction AP Performance Replay. As you see, the defensive line for the Wayne Generals just makes some moves around the offensive line. Man, what a stop there for the Generals. So they will have the ball now. 1st and 10 from the 2-yard line. 1 minute and 20 seconds left here to go in this third quarter. So Meek will go under center here. He'll hand off to a back, and it's kind of hard to see there on that far side, and couldn't tell exactly who that ball was carried by. I believe it was number 32 in Caden Rockford on the carry. It's kind of hard to tell here. So they'll give him a gain of 4. Second down and 6 here for the Generals. As Meek will let that play clock roll as he should. Hands it off to his back, and a nice stop there as we just go ahead and flip it the Delta Eagles with a great defensive stop there to keep it. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 here for the Eagles.
3rd down.
As a swarm, I guess we'll call it a swarm of Eagles on the stop there. Kind of hard to tell here. We'll give it a flock of Eagles. Nice job by the PA announcer here to correct it. End of the 3rd quarter here, ladies and gentlemen. 34-20 our score. The Wayne Generals with the lead over the Delta Eagles. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back here for 4th quarter action live here on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Welcome back in here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Delta High School here as the Wayne Generals have a 34-20 lead. We're going to go ahead and flip field here as we have some finals. The Carroll Chargers defeat the Homestead Spartans in the 6A with the shutout there for the Carroll Chargers. They win that one 21-0. As I mentioned earlier, Eastside defeats Central Noble 38-6. As Meek will go under center here. He'll hand off to his back and is brought down by at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle there by number 44 for the Eagles. That is Ben Morris on the stop. And Nelson was on the carry for the Generals. Brought down immediately. So it'll be 4th down and force the Generals to punt here as Aiden Meek will drop back for the Generals. And deep to return for the Eagles is number 7 in Parker Elitic. As Meek with a bobble there. And it looks like a line drive punt, as I believe that one may have been hit at the line of scrimmage. And the Generals are going to let that one roll. And is going to be touched by number 3, Tizelle Thomas. And that ball is going to be spotted at the 43-yard line with a weird punt there for Aiden Meek. It was just like a line drive, like something you would see on the soccer pitch. But he got it just over the head of his long snapper. And the ball is going to be spotted at the 43-yard line. 1st down and 10 here for the Eagles. So the Eagles have it now. Bond will hit it off to his back. And that is Stitt on the carry and gets it to the 38-yard line. And the Eagles are moving. As we have an injured Wayne General player in the backfield, we're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Dealing with joint pains, sprains, strains, or back pain? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, Ortho Express has specialized orthopedic physicians on staff when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care.
We're back here live from Delta High School. Delta moving down the field as Bond in his offense. Injured player Makai Lee for the Generals walked off on his own power. Good sign to see as Stitt on the carry. Gets a gain of about 2. Brought down, looks like by number 24, Darian Alexander on the stop for the Generals. Gain of 2 there. Second down and 8 here for the Eagles. They're down 14 are the Eagles. Got to score here, does Delta. So they faked a pitch, does Bond. He hands it off, and a nice carry there by number 1 and Quinn Backus for the Eagles to pick up the first down and more. Nice carry there by Quinn Backus to get the first down. Avant Rogers on the stop for the Generals. 10 minutes left here to go. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line. Bond hands it off to Stitt, and Stitt makes a move inside and out, and will score. Touchdown, Eagles. Abram Stitt on the carry for the Delta Eagles. Gets the score right up the middle, cuts outside, and walks it into the end zone. 34-26, our score. Things are going to get interesting here, ladies and gentlemen. Call that a broadcaster's jinx. They called it last week, and game just blew out. But the Eagles on to attempt the PAT. The hold, the kick is up and just tucks in to the right upright. 27-34, our lead. The Wayne Generals over the Delta Eagles. 7-point score. 7-point ball game here, as we're going to go ahead and take a look at that touchdown one more time here on our replay. As you see, Bond with the handoff to Stitt, and Stitt just makes a move around his lineman, cuts through the hole, and scores for the Eagles, and cuts the lead to 7 now. So we are in a good one here, ladies and gentlemen. 9:54 left here to go.
With 10 minutes to go in the
Fourth quarter.
42, New Haven 27.
As a score around the area, Mississinawa up 42-27 over the New Haven Bulldogs. 10 minutes left there to go out at New Haven High School. The winner of that one will take on the winner of this ball game here as you are seeing at Delta High School. Muncie, Indiana, just south of Fort Wayne, Indiana, home of SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. As the onside kick, and thought it was going to bounce in and out of the hands, but nice bring in there by number 12 in Keyshawn Tolles on the recovery for the Generals.
Fielded by 12, Keyshawn Tolles.
They're going to mark his recovery at the 49-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 here for Wayne. $9:53 left here to go in this ball game. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for a good finish here out at Delta High School. Shout out to Athletic Director Tillman Clark, an outstanding host here out at Delta. Meek goes under center. He hands it off to his back, and Collins and the defensive line for the Eagles on the stop as a flock of Eagles there on the stop for Delta. They're going to give credit to number 44 and Ben Morris and number 60 Hunter Wallace on the stop as Collins was brought down immediately at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be second down and 10 here for the Generals. So Meek will go under center as he has all night. He'll take the snap here. He'll hand it off to Nelson. Nelson looking to break free, gets a gain of about 4. They'll give him 5 here. It'll be third down and 5 here for the Generals. This would be a huge third down stop here if the Eagles are able to get it. And this Delta Eagles sideline getting this crowd fired up here out at Delta High School. A good crowd here on hand as a lot of umbrellas flipped up here in the stands as it has been raining all day long here in the state of Indiana. As Meek will go under center here. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it off to Collins. Collins looking to break outside, picks up the first down and gets 2 more. And first down and 10.
Forced out of bounds by 7, Parker
Fuletic on the force to get Collins out of bounds. And that ball is going to be spotted at the 38-yard line. First down and 10. So Meek will let the play clock go down and go under center. He'll take the snap here. He'll hand it off to Collins. And Collins with a nice game there gets a gain of about 5. And looks like he is brought down by, looks like that's number 32 on the stop. And Dylan Minner. Give Collins a gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5 here for the Generals. So Meek will go under center. He'll take the snap here and hand it off. And they'll be marked just short of the first down. Will Nelson. So, a big third down here. 3rd and 3. Ball spotted at the 31-yard line. Let's see what this offense of the Wayne Generals and head coach Sherwood Haydock and his what feels like 1 millionth season coaching in IHSAA football. His second here under the Wayne Generals, coached multiple years out at Woodland High School. Meek goes under center here. The defensive chance here on this near sideline, and Collins gets a push, and he's still on his feet. Collins is being pushed, and oh my goodness, Sean Collins has his offensive line push him, and he gets it to the 2-yard line. Wow. What a carry there from Sean Collins, just pushing his way. It looked like on the replay his offensive line just held him up and pushed him forward. So they're going to mark him at the 2-yard line. It'll be second down and goal here for the Generals. Wow. So Meek will go under center here. He'll hand it off to Collins, and Collins hurdles his defender and will score. Touchdown, Generals. Sean Collins on the score here for Wayne. Extends their lead 40-27. Our score 6:14 left here to go. So Sean Collins gets his third score of the night for the Generals. And Wayne will keep their offense on the field and go for two once again. As Meek takes a snap here from the shotgun and is knocked out. And the ball, that is no good. So the 2-point conversion, no good there. The Wayne Generals up 40-27 our score. 6:14 left here to go. As a score update here, Mississinewa defeats the New Haven Bulldogs 42-27. So the winner of this ball game will take on the Mississinewa Indians next week. Determining the location for that Class 4A Sectional 20 championship will be the winner of this one, as the Generals have the lead 40-27, 6:14 left to go. Thank you for tuning in to SummitCitySports.com. Hunter Sosenheimer here on your call. Cordell Humberger on the camera duties here tonight at this beautiful campus of Delta High School. An outstanding environment here, even with the rain coming down hard, as you see a lot of umbrellas on this near sideline and the far sideline. Good visiting crowd there for the Wayne Generals. So the kick will roll out of bounds at the 31-yard line, where the Delta Eagles and quarterback Caden Bond will take over with 6:14 left to go in the ball game. Want to thank some of our sponsors here that allow us to come out and do these ball games. The Big Eyed Fish, Kelly Automotive Group, Tom Steel Tire, ProFred Credit Union, Oddwiller Contracting, Summit Volleyball, Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning, iCryo, Jolie Law Firm, Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, and of course, Parkview Sports Medicine. Always outstanding sponsors here that allow us to come out and do these ball games with SummitCitySports.com. So Bond will go under center here for the Eagles, and the ball is rolling and fumble, and Bond is able to cover it. And he'll recover it at the 31-yard line, so that'll be a loss of 4. Second down and 14 here for the Eagles. And if you're head coach and Christopher Overhaul, you are going to have to move this offense down the field, as the Generals have the lead by 13. Bond will roll out here. He'll try to find a receiver, and it looks like he slipped on the turf. The pass was intended for number 2, and Abram Stitt falls incomplete. It'll be third down and 15 here for the Eagles. As I mentioned earlier, Mississinewa did defeat the New Haven Bulldogs, so they will take on the winner of this ball game in the Class 4A Sectional number 20 championship next week. Here, as I believe we'll have that game live here on SummitCitySports.com. So Bond in the shotgun here. He'll take the snap, looking to go deep, and it's going to be intercepted. Interception by Sean Collins for the Generals. Sean Collins flying high sky here out at Delta High School. 5:33 left to go, and the Wayne Generals are going to take over on possession. So Aiden Meek will bring his offense back onto the field once again here in this fourth quarter. 40-27, our score. 5:33 left to go in this ball game. So Meek will go under center in this bunch formation that they have been running all night. Collins will take the snap and will try to break outside, and he is going the wrong way, ladies and gentlemen, on the stop. Number 4, and Wyatt Bilby for the Eagles. And that is going to be a loss of 12 as Sean Collins tried to make a move and get around multiple defenders. Couldn't do it. 2nd and 22. Now here for the Generals. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. So the Wayne Generals have their offense on the field. As Meek will go under center. Oh, my goodness. Sean Collins was pretty lucky he didn't catch that ball because he would have been blown up immediately there on the stop for the Eagles. Number 5, Blake Jones, the junior for this Delta Ball Club. As looking at the roster here for the Eagles, looks like they're going to return a lot of players next year. Will this Delta Eagles Ball Club? So they will be moving. Here will Delta. Meek will take the snap here. Has Nelson and brought down. Nice tackle there by number 44 for the Eagles. And Ben Morris and number 25, Braxton Russell on the stop. And we got a timeout on the field. Delta is going to use their first timeout of the half. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick one with them. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next.
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, live from Delta High School. It's going to be 4th down and 22, so Aiden Meek will punt here for the Generals. Meek will take the snap here. A nice kick there. And, oh my. Nice punt there by the QB. Aiden Meek gets it to the 5-yard line. And that is where the Delta Eagles offense will take over. 4:26 left to go in this 4th quarter. As looking at some matchups that have been set for next week, Bishop Dwenger will take on the Snyder Panthers in the Class 5A Sectional Championship next week. That game will be live here on SummitCitySports.com. So Bond will go under center. He'll put it back in motion. And nice run there for the Eagles. And we got a flag here on the near sideline. I believe they're going to call a block in the back. But Backus is the ball carrier for the Eagles, the junior here, as there are a lot of juniors here on this Eagles ball club. And they're going to call holding against Delta. So that will take that yardage gain and bring them back.
Still first down.
So the ball is going to be spotted at the 5-yard line. First down and a 10 here for mark it at 1st and 11 here for the Eagles. Bond will take the snap from the shotgun. He'll find a receiver, and a nice find there for Bond as he finds the receiver and number 9, Jalen Jones, the 10th grader, the sophomore on the catch. Number 84 for the Generals, and Javaris Bowers, the freshman, on the stop for the Generals. So Bond takes a snap from the shotgun, and Sean Collins there on the stop. And a great defensive play there for Sean Collins, as I thought he was coming in high for another one there.
Broken up by 5, Sean Collins. Second down.
And man, oh man, the South Adams Starfires win I don't know what to call that game. They win 6-3 over Monroe Central, and looking at that field, that is a mud fest, ladies and gentlemen. As for the Starfires, head coach Moser went for a mudslide there at the end of the ball game in celebration. Head coach Grant Moser getting a little muddy for the Starfires as they pick up the victory. So 40-27, our score. 3:45 left to go in this ball game. As I mentioned, the winner of this ball game will take on the Mississinawa Indians as they are waiting. The winner of this ball game for the Class 4A sectional number 20 championship, and we got whistles on the field and a timeout taken by head coach Christopher Overhaul. We're going to go ahead and take a quick one with them. We'll be back here live on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260s dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera.
We're back here, ladies and gentlemen, from Delta High School. 3rd down and 10 here for the Eagles. Bond will step back and find a receiver. And a nice catch, and still on his feet and brought down. Nice catch there by number 9, Jalen Jones, the sophomore for the Eagles, picks up the first down, and the chains are moving. And Bond and this offense are going to want to move quickly here as 3:35 left here to go. They only have one timeout left. Do the Eagles. Bond will go under center here. He will roll out and find a receiver. Nice catch there by number 16 in Caleb Elliott, the junior, on the stop. Forced out of bounds by Sean Collins for the Generals. Picks up the first down. Smart move there by Caleb Elliott to get out of bounds, pick up the first down, and stop the clock, where we will stop it at 3:24. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line here for the Eagles. The Eagles are trying to pick up some momentum here. Bond and the shotgun here. He'll roll out, and the forced pressure there didn't bring him down, but number 11 and the defensive end, Kalon Kelsall, kind of scared Bond, and Bond just fell underneath himself, and they're going to give him a loss of 9 there. 2nd down and 19 here for the Generals. Bond will step back here and brought down. Nice sack there by number 99 and Nehemiah Young on the stop for the Generals.
Nehemiah Young, 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd down and long here for the Eagles. Time is winding down here. 3rd and 23, 2:30 and counting left here to go in this ball game. Bond will find a receiver. And number 2, Abram Stitt. And he was brought down by number 10 on Jacob Sharon, the freshman, on the stop for the Generals. Clock is rolling, 2:10 and counting left here to go in this ball game, as the Wayne Generals got to get one more stop here and they can win it here, as Delta only has one more timeout left. Bond will go under center here. He'll drop back and try to find a receiver, and in and out of the hands, and a flag was thrown. Pass was intended for number 9, Jalen Jones. On the coverage, the freshman, number 84, Javaris Bowers. And they are going to call a pass interference on the Generals, and a tough break there for Delta, as that will move them up the field. And it'll be 4th down and looks like about 5 now here for the Eagles.
4th down.
So 4th down and 5 here, as Bond will go under center here. He'll take the snap. Drop back will Bond. Bond looking to find a receiver deep, and in and out of the hands. Are they going to give it to him? And incomplete. Intended for number 1 in Quinn Backus. And the Generals will take over. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. 1:45 left here to go. And looks like that'll be the ball game, as Delta only has one timeout left. Here do the Eagles. So the Generals will bring the offense onto the field. And if you're head coach Sherwood Haydock, you're just going to think of kneeing the ball. So as I mentioned, the Mississinawa Indians defeated the New Haven Bulldogs 42-27. And the Wayne Generals and QB Aiden Meek will come onto the field, and he'll hand it off to Nelson. Nelson trying to break free outside, and is brought down. Gets a gain of about 2. Nice stop there by number 46 for the Eagles. And they're going to give it Carson Wheat on the stop. So the clock is rolling. 25 on the play clock. 1:25 on the game clock. That'll get it to about 1 minute. And you'd think if you're head coach Sherwood Haydock here, you'll just have QB Aiden Meek take 2 knees here. So Meek will go under center. They are in victory formation, and Aiden Meek will take a knee here. It'll be 3rd down. Here, clock is at 50 seconds, and the play clock is at 30. So Meek and the general offense are going to have to snap it one more time, and they will come out with a victory here. So the Wayne Generals will take on the Mississinawa Indians next week in the Class 4A Sectional 20 Championship. Wow. The Wayne Generals coming into this game at 3-7. Their 2 victories coming in the regular season over Southside and Concordia, and then defeating Marion last week as head coach Sherwood Haydock picked up his 200th victory, and they are going to give him number 201 as the Wayne Generals are going to defeat the Delta Eagles 40-27. What a ball game here we've had out at Delta High School in Muncie, Indiana. So the Wayne Generals defeat the Delta Eagles 40-27. Your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game is going to go to number 5 and Sean Collins. 3 touchdowns offensively and an interception defensively. What an outstanding ball game he had here tonight at Delta High School. So these Wayne Generals are going to go on to play the Mississinawa Indians next week in the Class 4A Sectional 20 Championship here as they defeat the Delta Eagles once again 40-27. Well, thank you for tuning in here, ladies and gentlemen, to SummitCitySports.com. Once again, shout out to Athletic Director Tillman Clark, an outstanding host here out at Delta High School, as the Generals defeat the Eagles 40-27. We're going to go ahead and sign off here for our sectional semifinal game as the Generals defeat the Eagles 40-27. For Hunter Sosheimer, my cameraman Cordell Humberger, we say so long here from Delta High School. You have been watching Indiana High School football live here from SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then, too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier, too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with Jim Rath's basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork,
It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.